Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be telling you how I went from averaging sub 12 seconds on 3x3 to almost consistently being sub 10 on 3x3. Let's get started. So, with the global pandemic and everything, I've had a lot, and I mean a lot of free time on my hands. That explains this YouTube channel. So around late April this year, I started grinding solves every day. Definitely between 100 to 200 solves a day on 3x3 and another 25-ish on Megaminx, which I also grinded pretty hard. I'm going to be making a video on that, which is coming out soon, so like and subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyway, the reason I started all this grinding was obviously so I could become faster at 3x3, since I haven't improved it in a while before this. So obviously, like you guys, I searched up a bunch of tips and tricks videos on YouTube that it kind of helped me in get fast singles more often. But the videos that really helped me were the videos of really fast people solving, because I was able to analyze what they were doing that I wasn't. So after watching their solves, I did a couple of solves and I realized that my turning was really slow and I was pausing way more than these fast people were. So I decided that reducing my pauses has to be my number one priority, and I sort of implemented this mindset into my practice. With every solve, I would force myself to A, plan cross plus one, as that was something I was already working on, and B, force myself to not look at the pair that I was doing the second I recognized what case it was. The second I see my F2L case, I would actively look away from the pair and try as hard as possible to find my next F2L pair as quickly as possible. Also, I avoided practicing for too long at a time, which in my opinion sped up the process, because when you solve for long periods of time, it becomes pretty hard to stay focused on the current solve, and you kind of begin to turn mindlessly. That mindset really helped me reduce pauses to a great extent. And the biggest piece of advice I have to offer for this video that really worked for me is to stop looking at the pair you're doing when you recognize the case. This became easier and easier the more I practiced, because I became more familiar with each F2L case and my recognition time became much faster. Apart from that, learning cross plus one helped a lot, because it gives me a lot of time to look ahead to second pair while I'm executing the beginning of the solve. Also, make sure your last layer is at least decent and all your F2L solutions are pretty low move count. I'm also going to throw in another bonus tip that a lot of you probably don't want to hear, but it's much better to do this. Be color neutral. Almost all your scrambles are going to be a lot easier for cross plus one, and you're going to get lucky way more often because you'll have easier scrambles overall. I started out as color neutral, so unfortunately I don't have any experience learning how to be color neutral. But yeah, just be color neutral, because it's much easier to switch now than it is when you're faster. And yeah. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe and share this with a friend. Comment down below what your favorite part of the video was, and if you have any suggestions for future videos and all that. And I'll see you in my next video.